Okay. Before we finish off, is there anything else that you would any other sort of hot tips that you would give potential students wanting to start this September?
I would say just go for it. Don't really think twice about it. It's really quite convenient for you to do it, and it's really going to be good for you. You're going to learn so much, and I really do mean it. I really did learn a lot, you guys. Also, it's quite convenient. It's like one of the only universities that I could like reach easily, even like in China. So really, wow, really helpful with the payment and everything. It made it quite easy for me. Like entirely. So I really do advise that you guys go for it. You're going to really become better teachers, and you'll probably find better jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
yeah, I think you actually touched on a really important part there is payment, which is people don't really think about in China, and it is a real problem for lots of students in other universities that don't have access to payment via Union Pay. Trying to transfer large sums of money out of China, yeah, it's not. I'm sure everyone knows that already, but actually
Yeah,
having
I
to
just use
do
my
that,
debit card, and it's really convenient. So really, thank you guys.
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
another
really.
thing that I haven't actually put in here, which is really important, is that you can actually pay on a monthly basis via Union Pay if you're in China. If you're not in China, you can also pay via Visa or direct debit, or however you really want to pay, to be honest. But it's all done really easily and without too much problem. And if you are a local Chinese student, you can actually pay by Alipay as well. So that's also something that's can
Wow.
be, yeah. So that's something else you can think about as well. So for last from my side, before we go into questions, how I can help, or how our team can help here in China. We can help with document templates, advising on how to translate documents. We also have direct access to the IEPGC lead in Derby. So if you have any problems, we can kind of short circuit the system, and you don't have to wait long periods of time. Although Derby in general are pretty quick at getting back to people, not sort of Chinese get back to you within an hour kind of thing. But in terms of the UK speed of things, they are very efficient. But we do have access to all the lead people in Derby, so we can actually help you with that. If you have done your personal statement and recommendation letters, we can also help polish those, see if there are any sort of glaring mistakes, and give you some pointers there, and help you make sure that they are tip top before you send them. And also, which I think is probably the most important thing, is actually give you access to the WeChat support groups. And I think the one at the moment has about 200 and something in that group, right? The curriculum group. And I would say that if you have any problem, you normally get an answer within a minute, 2 minutes. Someone has it. Someone has an answer, right? It's pretty amazing.
Compete for the answering, yeah.
Because people have, if you often, when you think, if it's either late at night in the UK, or very early in the morning in the UK, you won't get an answer until they wake up. So sometimes you're trying to do some work, and it's really important that you have access to support. And what you'll find is that people do have similar problems throughout the course. So your problem is not something unique, and if it is something unique, we can normally get the right person to give you an answer pretty quickly. The September deadline is August the 16th. I recommend not leaving it until August the 16th to apply. It's a really bad idea. Just get your application in, even if you haven't got all your paperwork together. Get the application in and submitted before the start of August. And then if there's any documents that are missing, you can add to them afterwards. So don't leave it until the last minute. If you think that you might need to do the English language test, that has changed recently, and there is an online application that you can do. And again, I really wouldn't leave that until the last minute, because we can't guarantee how good the internet's going to be and the connection, all the rest of it. So Give yourself some time just in case there are some issues or some problems. And if you are abroad, I would strongly recommend you do that English language test outside of China, because there are some issues with that. Okay.